plant. Warm colors, yeah. So I feel like people want to feel safe, and color psychology has got a lot to do with that. So staying away from the cold tones like grays and blacks, but kind of adopting the kind of aqua greens and the blues, kind of the terracottas as well, which was quite traditional in Indian restaurants. There was used to be covered in red and terracottas back in the day. Don't know if you remember the velvets and everything else that used to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think that's going to come back. I think those warm colors will come back, and I think you'll
when you say
definitely.
warm colors, there's a lady creative ID, that's Vaishali Shah, asking what colors in particular you think will be good.
So terracotta definitely, I think will be big. The darker blues and greens, so teal and that kind of warm, the warm blues rather than the cool blues.
Yeah.
And golds and mustards as well. So anything that's warm, really, anything that makes you feel like you're in a happy place, which is what I would call it.
Okay.
And like I said, any use of real plants and real greenery in there as well. So stepping away from
is it more specific to Indian restaurants, or you're talking this in general?
No, this is general. This is general. So everywhere we'll be seeing this, I think, and it's about, again, kind of making people feel happy and people focus on that sustainability and well-being that you're going to see and hear more of, even more than before. I think they were the buzzwords of 2019 anyway, but going forward, I think it's going to be almost essential to be that way, because that's what people need.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when you get back, you got loads of work on your hand, or you as a designer are going to struggle?
I don't know, to be honest. It's very difficult. I'm kind of in the same position as you in terms of, I can only be of use if the restaurants exist. So I want the hospitality industry to thrive, which is probably why I'm being so positive, kind of asking the universe of it. So hopefully I will be busy.
Given to you, you know that rule.
Yes, absolutely. I strongly believe it. So yeah. I've been telling the universe by my birthday in June, everything's going to be back to normal.
Fantastic. Happy birthday in advance.
Thanks.
I'm not keen to find out who asked universe for COVID-19, but anyway, what's done is done.
Yeah, probably the ones that were saying we want our husbands at home.
Well, now they must be asking for something else.
Yeah, you've got to be careful what you wish for, don't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what have you been cooking? Now, moving on to the cooking part of it. I know you're a keen cook, and that's how I found you.
No, I'm really not. So, back in the day, my mum used to say to me, it's very sexist. So I apologize to any feminists in the room. Fine. But my mum used to say, I'm such a boy. I'm such a boy. You're happy to go out to work all the time. And I used to help my dad all the time.
Right.
But I'd hate the kitchen. I'd hate going near the kitchen. As soon as she told me to help her, I'd run. So I've never been good in the kitchen. My mother-in-law taught me everything I know. And then actually the lockdown inspired me to kind of get creative, because I got so bored of everything that, I cook as dal roti every day. We're a proper typical Punjabi household here. So it's, dal roti every day, and I got so bored. So I found people like yourself and other chefs that have been so amazing at creating these videos. So I was like, okay, let me give this a try. And the reason I tried your recipes actually is because you talked about this on one of your other lives. You tend to gravitate towards your childhood cooking as well, things that evoke memories and memories of what you used to eat as a child.
Yeah.
So things that my mum used to cook for me, I found through you as well. So I was like, Mum, look what I made. And she's like, how did you do that? When did you do that? And she's so surprised. So
I think she's proud of you now, I guess.
I think she is. And I think my family's quite happy that they're getting interesting food as well. So
well, Natasha, thank you so much. It's been lovely talking to you. Have a great day.
And you.
Good evening, and enjoy the rest of your break. Because when you're back, I'm sure we restaurateurs will make you work hard again. I'm very positive that we will get back very quickly. There will be, it's a little pause. I think God or the superpower, whatever it is, looked at us, said, "You humans are working too hard. Let me give you a break.
Yeah, take a break. Take a
Take a
break.
break." I think that's what has happened. We all got a break, and we'll get back, and we'll be fine. So be well.
Yeah, there will be.
Lots of love to your family, and speak soon. Take care.
Angie, thank you so much.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming online to chat to me. Bye bye.
Bye.
Well, that was Natasha from Blue Feather Design. Lovely, positive person, and great ideas. I think her vision of the new warm colors, I think I pretty agree to it, because a couple of my restaurants are already in that color, so I'll definitely agree. But huge impact with HVAC, because some of you, most of you would understand, I hope, is air conditioning is the key. It's the lungs of the restaurant, and we kind of heat or cool through air conditioning system, but we also bring in the fresh air through the ducts. And how to manage that in a closed space is the key going forward, in my opinion. I'm not an expert on it, but I understand the basics of it. So I'm going to look for a friend of mine and see if he can join me.